Hello everybody, my name is Baxter and welcome to another predictions video, this time for Money in the Bank 2021. This is looking like an incredible card. I'm actually excited for this pay-per-view. So yeah, I feel like they're gonna pull out all the stops with fans being back, and WWE are very good at putting on great pay-per-views when everyone says they won't. So this is the one time I feel like they are going to pull out the bag, so they better not disappoint now, otherwise that'll be incredibly disappointing, especially after how good Slammiversary was. Yes, I'm recording this very last minute. So, without further ado, we'll start off with the kickoff show where the Mysterios are facing the Usos for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Now, I actually believe this is going to be very similar to Slammiversary. I predicted for Slammiversary that it would be a title retention on the pre-show, because titles never change on the pre-show. I think that's exactly what they're doing here. I feel like they will actually change it and do what Impact did at Slammiversary with Havoc and Rosemary. I feel like the Usos are winning this here. I feel like the image at the end of the night, I think it's quite obvious what it's going to be, and I would not complain. I thought that it would happen at SummerSlam, but if it happens at Money in the Bank because they're really trying to make this feel big, then sure, why not? Why not go for the image here of the family all having titles? The Mysterios had a good run. Obviously, they were there on SmackDown with their titles and stuff, so that would probably be their title reception in front of a crowd. Give them that, and then they can drop the titles here. I feel like that's where it's going. Next up on the card is the other tag team titles, which is the Raw Tag Team Championships, where AJ Styles and Omos will be defending the titles against the Viking Raiders. Personally, I feel like AJ Styles and Omos have it here. I can't see the Viking Raiders being the first ones to beat Omos. I just can't see it. I feel like that might be left for Randy Orton and Riddle. I'm thinking it's going to go to Randy Orton and Riddle. So I feel like this is, I don't want to say easy because that will bite me on the ass, but I feel like it probably is an easier prediction, and AJ Styles and Omos will come away with the victory here. I'm surprised this one wasn't on the pre-show, because to be honest with you, not excited for this match at all, but hey ho, it'll be a filler match, it'll be a toilet break style match, so why not? Next up on the card is one that I'm very worried about, which is Raw Women's Champion Rhea Ripley defending her title against Charlotte Flair. I'm going to go with Rhea Ripley because the crowd are there. It wouldn't surprise me if they give it to Charlotte, especially with Becky maybe coming back. Oh, I could see it. I really can see Charlotte Flair winning here. Do I change? Do I go to... I'm going to stick with Rhea Ripley because there's a crowd. There's no other reason. Genuinely no other reason why I'm going for... I'm hoping this is going to solidify Rhea Ripley as a main eventer. I'm just really concerned that they're just going to make Charlotte Flair go over because it's Charlotte Flair. That is genuinely why I do worry about this one, and I mean, it's going to have me on the edge of my seat for the entire match, but probably not for the right reasons. Next up on the card, I'm going to leave the Money in the Bank matches till last, is WWE Champion Bobby Lashley facing Kofi Kingston. I feel like Bobby Lashley has got this one. I'm not feeling it with Kofi. I'm really not feeling it with Kofi at the moment. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying that I'm not thinking he's any good or this, that and the other. I just don't feel as though it's Kofi's time to hold that belt. I feel like it could be his mate's time to hold that belt, but we'll get to that in a minute. But I don't think it's Kofi's time just yet. Bobby Lashley, I think, will hold this title and have a big match at SummerSlam. Apparently it's Goldberg, but I would love it to be Brock. But apparently it's Goldberg. But let's be honest, if it's Goldberg, Goldberg might actually lose. Whereas with with Brock, if Brock's to come back, I think Brock would win. So I guess you could take the positives, I guess. Right, next up on the card is Universal Champion Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman at his side facing Edge. I feel like Roman's winning here. Edge finished on top at the end of the match on SmackDown, lifting up the title. It's obvious that Roman's winning this. Roman's holding this until the end of time at this rate. I'm not bored of his gimmick at all. I just think it's getting started, and that's the scary part, is I just think he's getting started, and he's almost a year into his reign. That's fair play to WWE. That is something they have done right, is having Roman Reigns be a monster and it's not boring after a year. Like, it just proves that WWE can do long-term storytelling. They can make a character compelling for a significant amount of time. They just choose not to half the time by the looks of it, because when they choose to, like they've done with Roman Reigns, he's been brilliant from start to finish. No questions asked. It's been wonderful to watch, and I just feel like this is going to be a really good match. I feel like there's going to be a couple of near falls in there, but it's going to be a really good match. Who faces Roman? Apparently, it's John Cena. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind John Cena coming back. Who Edge will face at SummerSlam? I would say probably Seth Rollins. I would actually quite like to see that. I'd love to see Roman versus John Cena and Edge versus Seth. I think those two matches are really interesting to me, and I would love to see that. And to get there, we've got to have Roman get over here. Next up is the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match with Zelina Vega, Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss. Then you've got Nikki. I can't remember her initials at the end, but it's Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Natalya, and Tamina. Right, who I'm going for this one? It's heart over head. I'm going for Liv Morgan. I would love to see Liv Morgan hold that Money in the Bank and cash it in. I'd love to see it. Do I think they'll do it? Probably not. It depends. If she wins it, I don't think she's cashing it in. I feel like Sonya Deville will find a way of getting it off of her, whether that is by having a match at SummerSlam for the briefcase or some other nefarious means. I feel like the briefcase will end up on Sonya Deville. So I think to get there, you have to put it on Liv Morgan first. So I could see the big babyface win of Liv Morgan and then bring her back down to earth. Alexa Bliss would be the obvious one, but I just can't see her holding the briefcase. And everyone else I just can't see winning it. I just can't see it. I wouldn't mind it. And the only ones I would mind would be Tamina, Natalya, and Asuka, because Asuka won it last year, and I feel like we need new opportunities. But if Zelina Vega won it, Naomi won it, I guess Alexa Bliss, but not really. Nikki Cross, if she won it, would be great. And if Liv Morgan won it, would be great. So, but I'm going to go with Liv Morgan. I'm going to go with my heart here. And a little bit in my head. I feel like it's Liv Morgan's time, and I feel like they're setting it up for it. They've noticed how good Liv Morgan is, and I think they're going to run with it now. And finally, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. I'm hoping one of the Money in the Banks is last. I don't think it will be. I feel like it will be Roman versus Edge on last, which I wouldn't mind actually. But I do feel like that one will be on last. The men's Money in the Bank ladder match, though, is between Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Riddle, Ricochet, John Morrison, Big E, King Nakamura, and Seth Rollins. I feel like the winner has to come from SmackDown here. I just can't see Drew with the briefcase. I feel like it'd be a waste. Same with Riddle. I want to see him and Randy do some good stuff. Ricochet, I would love, but they're not going to do it. John Morrison, I would love, but they're not going to do it. So I feel like it has to come from SmackDown. And looking at the field, I could see Kevin Owens doing it, but they just never seem to get behind Kevin Owens. Seth Rollins, I could see, and maybe have the parallels of his last reign with this one. Maybe cashing in, trying to make a match a triple threat to win it against Roman Reigns again. Seeing some parallels. But I'm going to go with my heart again. I'm going to go with Big E. I'm going to go with who I felt was going to win the Royal Rumble, and now who I feel is going to win the Money in the Bank. And it's Big E. And I just want it to be Big E, man. Just want it to be Big E. I think he deserves it so much. And seeing the clips of SmackDown, seeing like after SmackDown, where they gave Big E the mic to send the fans home, they believe in Big E. They really do believe in Big E. There's some, they just seem to have finally understood what he's about. So please go with it. Please go with it. I'm hoping they do, but I wouldn't mind any of the SmackDown ones, to be honest with you. I can't see them giving it Seth after he very blatantly took off the briefcase. They don't usually do that. They usually throw that in as a red herring. But we'll see. But those are my predictions for Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Obviously, there is no Kai this time. He's not been keeping up with the product, similar to me. I've been struggling to keep up with the product, but as this is my channel, I'm going to carry on doing the predictions. I'll try and get him in for the next time. There is one. Maybe I get him back in for SummerSlam or something. But while we're apart again, obviously with me not being at uni for the summer, it's a lot harder to get things done. But trust me, when I'm back in my house, we'll get things rolling again. Speaking of that, when it comes to the streams, I'll try being the big word, but obviously given my circumstances, being at home and living in a communal flat and not having as good internet, stuff like that, it might not be possible. But if it is, I'll try. But if not, then we'll just keep an eye on my socials. I usually tweet along to the shows and stuff when they're on, if I'm not streaming them. So yeah, those are all the updates. Hit that like button if you like this video. Comment down below your own predictions for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Who do you think is running away with Mr and Mrs Money in the Bank? If you're new here, please do subscribe so you do not miss a thing, and check out all my other stuff on the channel. And I shall see all of you in the next video. See ya!